Well, I tell you, as I look back on the events that took place on this championship wrestling, absolutely unbelievable that you could have two guys act like Dundee and Landel did, but you can make your own opinions. I'll tell you somebody that's got an opinion about it, and that's Dutch Mantell. He's happy. Who's coming back? The King, Jerry Lawler, his partner against Dundee and Landel Wednesday night, the Coliseum. Now, obviously, there's some comments from the other side of the fence. Bill Dundee and Buddy Landel had some thoughts of their own. You listen to them.
Talk about Watergate, talk about shafted, but 1975 I came here, 1975, Jarrett Stachy's stinking company, and about 1977, Jerry Lawler, Bill Dundee, and Jerry Jarrett. But oh, what happens? I get beat in a loser-leave town, and I got to leave for a year. Louisiana, the worst world, brother. It's hot, it stinks, it's got mosquitoes, rednecks all over the place, and I'm there 1 year, and I would call Eddie Martin, but I'd call him every 3 months. I'd say, please, Eddie, bring me back anything, under a mask, anything, just let me get out of this. I'm sorry, Bill, I'm sorry. You've got to stay. Your contract stays 1 year. It doesn't matter when Jerry Lawler, though. When Jerry Lawler gets beat 3 months and I beat him, I run him out of town, they tear up the contract. They say, come on back, Lawler. You helped build this company. What the think I did, Jarrett? Where have I been for the last 10 years? I was up and down the roads. I bled, I cried, I tears. I helped build your stinking company, and you're not giving it to Lawler. You're not bringing it back, Lawler. Jarrett, Nixon thought he was above it. Nixon thought he could do anything he liked, and he couldn't. They impeached him, Jarrett, and I'm going to get rid of you, boy. But no, I'm going to get rid of him. I'm not scared of you, Lawler. I ain't scared of you, boy. But you're not doing it to me, Lawler. My whole life was to get rid of you. My whole life was to be at the top of the mountain. And I got the Jarrett. Politics is what did it, Budrow. Politics. The whole stinking world screwed up with politics. And you're not doing it to me, Jarrett. Russell, you're not doing it to me. I'm suing the out of you.
Okay, coming over to talk to us, and Dutch, thank you very much for coming out here in a miserable situation.
Okay, I want to say one thing, you know. What I just saw here, and it's no big secret that I fell out with Landel and Dundee, and I'm glad I did, baby, because they're making my life miserable, but I know how to correct things, so I got out. I bailed out first. But I'm going to tell you one thing. What they just did here, and I'll tell you, it takes a lot of guts to beat up an 18 or 19-year-old kid.
Deal.
A year out of high school, it takes a lot of guts, Dundee and Landel, to go out and knock him out. But to go ahead, and you know, Jerry Jarrett has only one good eye, and you were going for the other one, gentlemen. We saw you right here on the tube, baby. The tube don't lie. You were going for his other eye. Now, I could not. I've done a lot of bad things in my time, but I've never tried to purposely take out somebody's eye, baby, because I know what it's like. Now, I'm going to say, I'm watching my back, baby, because I got that door geared, Jack. If they come in, I'm going to knock them in the next week. Now, I heard Eddie Marlin out here, and he took it upon himself to see if he could get Jerry Lawler back here. And I hope to God he does, because if anybody can help me out, it's Jerry Lawler. But see, what Dundee and Landel don't know about Jerry Lawler is he is a friend of the family, and he watched that kid, Jeff Jarrett. He watched him since he was yay-high to a jackrabbit grow up, and he's like family. And if he thinks he's going to let this go by unanswered, it's not going to happen. Now, I'll tell you, Landel and Dundee, don't get so glory happy in the back and all gloated up, baby, because you went ahead and knocked Jeff Jarrett out, but I've checked him in the back, and he's going to be all right.
I got Jerry Lawler on the phone, and can we get him hooked up in here? Because he wants to talk to us. He's on the phone.
You got a hold of him?
Right now?
Yeah, if you can get him in here.
Bob, is there any way to get get the phone? Can we get the phone back? I don't know, Eddie, but we'll try right now. You got Lawler on the phone right now? Okay. We're gonna I hope you'll bear with us just a second, but I think it's important enough for us to take the time out to see if we can get all this hooked up. Eddie, I don't know whether we'll need to get the operator to switch this in here or not. Whatever we need to do, let's try to do it, because I think it's that, huh? Will it come out any further, Bob, or is that?
Get the mic over there. He wants to talk to the people.
Yeah, okay. See if we can get this rig out here.
Hold on, people. We're going to get him on his phone in just a minute.
Okay, let's see.
There he is. There he is.
Hey, Jerry, can you hear us? Huh? No, this is Lance. Eddie's out here with me, Jerry.
Okay, Lance, yeah, I can hear you fine.
Okay, good.
All right, listen, you know, I just talked with Eddie just a moment ago, and I was sitting at home watching this whole thing take place, and you know, I mean, this has just gone way past what anything should ever be like this allowed to happen.
Amen.
And ridiculous. I think everybody knows, it's no secret to anybody, that I hate Bill Dundee's stinking guts, and everybody knows that I have hated being away from town. I hated having to lose the loser leave town and not being able to wrestle there in my home area. But what has taken place today, Lance, even goes far beyond that. You know, the fact that I hate Dundee and the fact that I hate not being able to wrestle in my own hometown, that goes without saying. But what I've just watched take place here today, Dutch has already talked about it, you know, to see my friend Jerry Jarrett, and a lot of people don't realize what kind of friends we are. You know, Jerry and I have been friends, and we go back a long, long way through thick and thin. When Jerry was struggling, you know, trying to start his own wrestling promotion, I stuck with him then and helped struggle along while this thing wasn't successful, and helped make it successful, and give the wrestling fans in this area what I think is the best promotion anywhere in the country. And there have been a lot of wrestlers, and Lance, you know them as well as anybody, that have come through here and have gone on to what they thought were maybe bigger and better things, and have not shown any loyalty or any friendship, and have not stuck by. But I have always stuck with Jerry Jarrett, and I've stuck with the fans in this area because I love them, and I love him, and the people here know that, you know, he stuck by me all the way through, too. And I am going to be here. After losing this loser leave town match, it's true, I've had to get on an airplane every week, and I've had to fly all the way across the country, all the way across the ocean to different parts of the world to wrestle. And believe me, Lance, I hate it. I'd rather be right here at home with the people that I know and love and the fans that I've wrestled for all of these years and that I want to continue wrestling for. And now I have an opportunity to come back here and do it. And Eddie Marlin has called me and asked me to come back, and I told Eddie before, sure, Bill Dundee will probably sue because there was a signed and sealed contract. That's all he can do is sue, and I think that Jerry and Eddie Marlin have enough money to keep Bill Dundee tied up in court from now until doomsday if they have to. But what we can do is take care of some business in the ring right away. So I'm already booked to wrestle in other parts of the country this week. I'm going to cancel whatever bookings I have. And Dundee and Landel, I want you to know, boys, the king is coming back to town, and I will be there. And
Jerry, just a second.
Jerry, this is Dutch. Can you hear me?
I hear you, Dutch.
Okay, look, I know you saw what happened. I'm disgusted with it, but I know we go back a long way, brother. But we got one thing in common. We don't like Dundee, and I don't know if you like Landel or not, but let me tell you, he's a low-life, egg-sucking dog, baby. So if you'll be my partner, I guarantee you, I had Billy Travis as a partner, but, you know, a lot of, he's a good wrestler, but he's just not there yet, Jerry. So if you'll be my partner, I guarantee the fans sitting at home that we're going to take care of business, and we're going to take care of it the only way we know how, and that's to kick their butts all over that ring, Jack.
Well, I think that pretty well tells how Dutch feels about it, and I know how you feel about it, knowing how close you are to Jerry.
Well, Lance, I just want to say this. You know, I thought I felt as bad as I've ever felt in my life when I lost the loser leave town match.
Yeah, I know that.
Just a few minutes ago, when I had to sit here on television and watch Jerry Jarrett come out there, and knowing the kind of pride that's inside that guy, and to see him standing there and cry in front of hundreds of thousands of people here on television, because I know his feelings. I know what he's thinking. He's thinking, you know, he's feeling like he's not even a man who's able to help out his own son when he needs him. And I know what kind of emotion had to be going on inside him, and I felt it too. And I want to say this to Dutch. I fought hard against you, Dutch, and I fought hard with you, and you've done the same thing with and against me. And all I want you to do is promise me that Monday night, not only Monday night, but any chance we get a hold of these jerks, Dundee and Landel, that you will fight just as hard as with me as you have against me in the past. And I promise you, and I promise the fans, and I'm promising Jerry and Jeff Jarrett that we will take care of Dundee and Landel, and they're going to know what it's like to have somebody trying to put them out once and for all. We'll do it, Dutch.
Okay, I give you my word, baby. We're going to stay together. We're going to teach these guys a lesson.
I'm telling everybody, the king is back, and they're going to know it.
Okay, Jerry, we got to get it on here. Thank you very much for all of it. I'm glad Ed got in touch with you. We'll see you this week, my boy. Okay, thank you, Bob.
It ain't going to do him good. Like you said, the king is back and the Dutchman's with him, and when we get together, things are going to happen. Thanks, Ed.
Go get him, Dutch. Ed, thank you very much.
Mantell and Jerry Lawler.
It's long overdue, I can tell you, and I know you feel the same way I do. Forgive us for all of the behind-the-scenes stuff here, but we felt it was important. David, let's ring the bell, and we'll see if we can get it on here.
All right.
Hey, if everything else happened, we just will walk over here on camera.
That's right. We've got the ring waiting here. Our first look coming up, our first look in live action here of